Me enter 2020. Me call it 20 plenty.
Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, once again we are in the 206 SW 1.4 HDI, and we're here to do a fuel test. Well, not a fuel test. I'm going to try and do a comparison between 30 mile an hour MPG and 20 mile an hour MPG. So this car, as I've shown before, the MPG I get is pretty consistently 49 to 50 MPG, and that's doing the same journeys, basically going to work in it. Most of the roads are 30 mile an hour, and like I said, that's pretty consistent. So what I'm going to do in this one is, my fuel light's just come on, so I've reset it, as you can see. I'm going to put some fuel in it, and then instead of driving at 30 mile an hour where I normally drive at 30 mile an hour, I'm going to try driving at 20 mile an hour to see what implications that has on my MPG, and therefore emissions doing the same journeys, to see if it's better or worse. So first I need to go and put some fuel in, and straight away something I can tell you on my way to go and get fuel now is that that's 20 mile an hour. Someone's probably going to try and punch me while I'm doing this test because it's quite infuriating being stuck at this speed, but I'm in third gear, and fourth gear don't want to do 20 mile an hour in fourth gear. Even a slow car like this doesn't want to do 20 mile an hour in fourth gear. So that is probably going to have an effect. However, this is Oldham, and the traffic in Oldham is designed not to flow. So yeah, being in a higher gear, doing a higher speed is always more economical if you're doing a higher speed. But if you're stopping and starting all the time, if you're going through to traffic lights, and between lights all the time, which you know, you're accelerating, then stopping, then waiting. If you're doing 20 mile an hour, and then you're approaching the lights and not stopping, you're still stopping at the lights doing 20 or 30, it's probably going to be more economical doing 20. So this could be an interesting test. Apart from, I've now got someone up my arse again. I think I'm only going to put the gallon in because I want this over and done with as soon as possible. Yes. So as you can see, we have now got a gallon of BP Ultimate installed into the fuel tank. So what I'm waiting for is, well, I'm going to try driving at 20 mile an hour. Well, not everywhere, but everywhere that is a 30 limit normally. And I'm going to see how much MPG I get. So I'm just going to wait for that light to come back on. Now, I do realise that using a gallon isn't the most accurate way to do this, but I have used a gallon in the past when I've been doing this in the last video, and it did turn out to be quite accurate then, actually. But I don't want to make this test any longer than it needs to be, because driving at 20 mile an hour in a 30 limit, you know, people up your arse, it's not the best thing to be doing. So don't want to do it any more than what I have to. Anyway, let's see what happens. And as you can see, we are lovingly cruising along at 20 mile an hour. And I have to say this, it is awkward to drive at 20 mile an hour. If you're driving past a school or something, and there's a 20 mile an hour limit, then it's easy to stay to it because the conditions, you know, there's people around, or there's cars parked or whatever, you're naturally going to be doing 20 mile an hour. But when you're driving a long road, trying to maintain 20 mile an hour, you do spend a lot more time than what you probably should checking your speed, because, well, you're a person, and when you're looking in the distance and you see, like I say, you're driving down an actual road, and you feel like you're not making any progress, you feel like you're not actually moving, and the car doesn't want to sit at 20 mile an hour for a prolonged period of time. It just doesn't feel like it wants to do that. But I am keeping to it as best I can in the name of science. And while I do that, let's discuss. Oh shit, going over there. That's 3 points. Let's discuss the reasons for this. So it's not just environmentally, apparently. It's also for safety. Which, yeah, you could argue that. Yeah, around a school it's 20 miles an hour. You know, there can be lots of kids going about and stuff in your way when you're driving. This is a main road. And these are the sort of roads that they've been bringing these 20 mile an hour limits onto in other parts of the country. Funnily enough, this road I'm going up now, which is just coming past Oldham Hospital, about a year ago, there was someone killed here. It's a 30 mile an hour road. So you could say 30 mile an hour, it's too fast. But the interesting thing is, the car that killed the pedestrian in that scenario was proven not to be doing 30 miles an hour. It was going a lot faster than 30 miles an hour. There were 2 of them racing or something. I can't remember the full thing, but if you look it up, it's on the interweb. If you look up, death in Oldham, a schoolgirl got killed by some dick racing. But yeah, look, there's 3 points. Looking in distance, gone over it slightly. Got to stick to me 20 mile an hour. 20 is plenty. And while we're here, I might as well actually do some science. So if you look in the distance there, we have got a bus stop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 runs, one at 20 mile an hour and then one at 30 mile an hour. And I'm going to stop when my car is in line with that bus stop. And I'll compare the braking distances. Now obviously 20 mile an hour is going to stop faster than 30 mile an hour, but how much by? Yes. And, well, we're about a yard past it. So we have to do the same thing again, but at the insane velocity that is 30 miles an hour. Yes. There is no denying that it does take long to stop when you're not going as slow. But on a proper road with good visibility, and where you can see, like I said, into the distance of where you're going, do you need to be able to stop within your own car length? I don't think you do in any normal situation. Obviously, like I said before, outside of school or a small cul-de-sac where kids are playing and stuff like that, then there is hazards that are going to jump out on you. But I'm not saying that it can't happen on a main road, but realistically it shouldn't, and it's not going to. And if it is at 30 mile an hour, you should be going slow enough to avoid it. Anyway, let's see what MPG I get, and we'll see where we'll go from there. Yes. So that appears to be 43.1 MPG. Which, if my mental arithmetic is correct, is about 12% less than what I normally get. But it also means that the experiment is now over, and I can now drive at normal speed again. And I think that's pretty much it for this one. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all the usual shit. Anyone who's got any experiences of these 20 mile an hour limits or thoughts on them, comment, let us know. Anyway, don't forget to check out my other videos and all that lot. I'll see you next time.